Hi guys, DPG here, and welcome back to the second tutorial in my Make Your Own Guild series. It's been about 8 months since I did the first video, so it's been a while, but I had a long break from Final Fantasy, actually a 5-month break, and I've had some people asking me to do this, and I've been meaning to do it for a while, so I forgot to wave, there we go. But since I've left the game and come back, my recording stuff isn't working very well, so we're gonna have to try and do this in one take because my editing software decided it won't load up anymore, and I don't know why. So what we're going to be going through in this episode is how to HQ at low level, because that is what you'll need to to level up faster. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you my method for leveling up. Although since I've left, there's been new ways to level up as well. So I'll quickly run through that as well. But the main thing you need to do with crafting to begin with is, where's my classes? There. Well, most of my crafters are 50 now, but you want to get everything at 15 first, or most at 15. Let me show you the cross-class abilities. In actions and traits. So, the ones you need to be getting is Rumination. These are all at 15. You don't need Rapid Synthesis. Manipulation is very helpful. I don't use Waste Not, but some people tell you to use it. Careful Synthesis, definitely, and then obviously you want Careful Synthesis 2. Tricks of the Trade is one of the most important cross-class abilities. That's from Alchemist. Hasty Touch is what you'll need for what I'm going to be showing you. And Steady Hand 2, that comes at Culinarian 37. You get Steady Hand 1 from all classes, but you want to get Steady Hand 2 eventually. So once you've got all your classes to level 15, you then need to choose what you want to level next. Now, as I've just said, I would recommend Culinarian to at least 37. You get a cross class at level 15, 37, and 15 each job. So some of the good ones, the one you really want, like I just said, you want to get Steady Hand 2. So you want to get Culinarian to 37 first. A very useful one as well is Weaver. You want to get that to level 50. Probably first. It is probably one of the harder ones to get first. But Careful Synthesis 2 is very helpful. Bygos Blessing is good for your HQs, but this is at, end levels, and I'm only going to be showing you low level HQing today. And also Innovation at level 50 is very good as well. Alchemist has a very good level 51, but I don't have level 50 in Alchemist. So once you've got level 15 in everything, you will be able to should be able to start HQing with this guide. Another thing I advise is to get all your gear in HQ. And the good thing about this is it trades between all your classes. So I've actually, most of this gear, I've had it since I started leveling all my crafters like a year ago, because I've just kept it in my inventory because I know I'd use it again. Once everything goes above the level, I can start discarding it because my armory chest is getting quite full with all the stuff I hold. Okay, so you've got different durabilities, as you'll know. Let me find the iron. I want to get something around the right level. So you should be able to HQ most things. Like if you go on to like the highest level on here, you should still be able to HQ this, but it makes sense that the higher the level you are, like say I'm level 19 at the moment on blacksmith, and this iron got is 16, so that makes it quite a lot easier. And of course, using HQ items will make it easier for your HQing as well, but you don't need them. So watch me fail this. I'm going to fail this because I'm showing it here. But basically, at this level, the first things you need to be... where are we? Actions and traits. I've not played for a while. The first things you want on your cross-class are Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch, and, well, if you've not got Steady Hand 2, then you probably want to use Manipulation. And I'll explain Manipulation when we get to it. So we'll do 4 durability to begin with. These are the ones that people find the hardest. So you want to open them all up with Inner Quiet. And you get a stack of inner quiet for every control step you do, which is the hasty touch. So if this is like a high progress one, you might want to hit a synthesis here just to get it. You want to get it to one step from completion, but most things like this won't require you to do that. It's usually the bigger items with the more steps. So you want to hit your steady hand. Steady hand should always be up. If it drops, you should always have it back up. And then the idea is just to hit your hasty touch or your touches. Keep missing until you get a red. Now, hasty touch will miss a lot. Now, as you can see, I've obviously stopped at 10 durability. If you're using manipulation, then you're going to want to... Let me bring that back up again. And you want to get a manipulation as soon as possible, but at this level, if you've already got steady hand 2, that's better than having manipulation up. But what manipulation does is restores 10 points of durability for after each step for the next 3 steps. So, for instance, if I was to pop that now, and then do an ability that moves the progress along, then moves the durability down, should I say, then it'll go to 0 and break. So you need to start at 20, and what it'll do, it'll go down to 10, then go back to 20. 10, 20, like that. But if you're not using manipulation, and I'll show you that in action later, but if you're not using manipulation, then right now you can go down to 10 because you'll use Master's Mend to take the durability back up to 40 again. And then carry on. You can see I've got 1 steady hands on there, so I can use that. And then you got to pop it back up again. And then keep going. Now, of course, I'm not getting any tricks of the trade, and I've missed quite a few, and that is just typical of me doing a tutorial. There we go, there's the tricks of the trade. Now, I am very close to failing this one, unfortunately, because I got those 2 misses, and the 2 misses and not any tricks of the trade. So, being at this level here, we've got 355 left to do. I can pop a steady hand, but that's might not be very helpful to me, or I could do a basic touch. I've got 2 steps left that I can do something in, so I'm actually going to do the steady hand and hope for another trick to the trade. We didn't get a trick to the trade, but we'll do another one of these. There's 86, and then you finish it off like that. So there's a HQ. Now, I aim for 100% every time. That was actually a fail to me. But you can't control... The thing about crafting is it's very random. So you go and get tricks of trade straight away. And you really have to rely on this, because what tricks of the trade does is put your crafting points back up. You end up relying on it, and if they don't come, there's nothing you can do about it. And I see an NQ as a fail, really. But luckily I didn't NQ that one. So every time you see a red, hit tricks of the trade, otherwise hit a touch. There we go. This is the one that might make people act too hastily. Now, what a rainbow one does is it greatly increases your control for this one. Gives you the best way to describe it is a critical, basically. Let me just take a sip of my tea. So what people will try and do is, if they've not got hasty touch, if they've not got steady hand up, they'll be like, "Oh, I need to do it," and then they'll hit it, and then they'll miss. When you're doing a hasty touch technique like this, don't worry too much about it. Now, at the moment, we've got steady hand up, and we've got hasty touch. That will be our next step anyway. But if hasty touch isn't your next step, don't worry about it, because you're acting as if you're getting all whites anyway, and you could mess up your craft by, not saving CP for your next Master's Mend by trying to get a hit on this. So what you can do with this is you can either do a hasty touch and risk missing, or you can hit one of your touches that cost CP if you've got enough to do a Master's Mend. So if I hit this, it's going to cost 18, and I'll still have enough to Master's Mend, so that's what I'm going to do. Actually, this one costs 32. That takes me down to 103, so I still have enough, so I'm going to hit that one. Like that, and that's up to 92, and you'll always get a poor condition afterwards. These are not worth anything, but they still do increase the control, the HQ quality, if you still need some. So if you've got nothing else to do in that step, then just do a control, and then finish it off. And we'll do one more of those. Actually, have I got enough to make something a little bit higher? I think it's going to be iron plates and iron rivets. I can't make plates on this one. Must be... Yeah, let's do this one, iron rivets. So now I can use a HQ, so what this will do is, as you'll see, the bar's halfway up already. So you want to aim to get HQ materials. When you're making stuff for yourself, you want to make them HQ because it makes the rest of your crafting easier. This is a 4-step as well, so pop this up. So white hit it, there's a red, so we'll do tricks of the trade. White again. There's another red, tricks of the trade. And then we'll hit Master's Mend. Steady hand back up. And then keep going. And this is how it works everywhere, really. The only reason I say that I'm doing this for low level is really because... oh god. Didn't have enough. Is really because when you're on the higher levels, you don't have to use a haste touch all the time. I'll see if I've got anything to craft in my high level. So as you saw there, I didn't have enough progress. I thought I had enough, so you need to make sure you know that. I've obviously not been on blacksmith for ages. Because the current class I'm leveling is armourer. So what you do now is, if you've not got careful synthesis, which is always 100%, 100%, it never misses. Basic synthesis and all the different syntheses they do miss. So you want to put your steady hand up. We've got a tricks of the trade there. So what you'll do is you put it to 1 step to completion, and then carry on as you normally do. There we go. I was lucky to get one of those then. As you can see, in the black phase this time, black/purple phase this time, I can't do anything else except use my Master's Mend, so that's perfect. Throw steady hand back up. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. That was supposed to be tricks of the trade, but if you're close to completion, you can always try and hit the red anyway. But there's nothing worse than the feeling of trying to hit a red and then missing it when you could have got some extra CP. So, because the reds also give you a kind of critical. Is there anything I can make that's got a 6 on it? Let's try. We'll move on to armourer now, because this one I've got a few more cross classes. So as you can see, my cross classes here now. We've got manipulation there, and also careful synthesis too. So I'll show you how manipulation works. Steel ingot, yeah, I've got plenty. So this is the next ingot for this level. Works the same way. I'm pretty sure that careful synthesis 2 will do 45 at least, so we won't hit one of those. So we just put steady hand up. And then just the same as always. The only difference is that with this one, we get to 20 durability, if you see on the left there, and then you need to hit manipulation. You don't get it to 10. Unless it's like a rainbow one, or... well, a red one wouldn't matter. So unless you get a rainbow in excellent condition, you won't be hitting manipulation right now. So I'll hit that. And now what happens, if you watch the durability when I hit a hasty touch here... oh, it doesn't change. Basically, it goes to 10, then 20. So if you were to do that on 10, then I go to 0 and break, and it won't go back up to 10, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Now, watch the durability now. Oops, I've just knocked my sound down. If you watch the durability now, when I press Tricks of the Trade, it'll pop up to 30 because I've not done any durability step. Like so. And Steady Hand, that puts it back up to 40. We've got another Tricks of the Trade, and then carry on. Now I'm going to go down to... This might get me a fail, but just to show you how this happens, I'll drop down to 10 on this one. And then we'll... Oh, actually, I'm going to have a Steady Hand from here. So then now Manipulation at 10. So if I was to do a touch at this phase with 10, with Manipulation up, but durability 10, if I was to do any touch now, touch or a Synthesis that didn't clear the item, then I would go to 0 and it would break. So I need to do anything that doesn't use durability. That's your Tricks of the Trade or your Steady Hands, things like that. So we'll do Steady Hand, and then carry on going. And I'm not sure if we're going to hit 100% here, but as you can see, I'm not going to be able to, even with a couple of Steady Hands in a row, I'm not going to be able to get enough for another Manipulation. So now you can think about spending your excess on things like Great Strides, which increases your efficiency, or your touches that give you more efficiency. So I'm going to use a touch here. There we go, we got 85, and one more should go to 100 we don't miss. There we go, perfect. And there you go. It's the same technique for anything. Now I want to try and find... Right, that's Undyed Velveteen. That's durability 40. Right, there we go. So if I do some iron plates quickly... Oh, it's going to need 3 iron plates, I think. Or is it? 3 iron plates. So I need to do 2 more of these. But as you can see, I'll do this faster, and then you can see it in work really. So we're down at 20. I've got a Tricks of the Trade though. It's hidden by my hotbar there. So we hit it there, and now we're on 20. So we'll hit Manipulation. We've got one more Steady Hand. And we want to pop another Steady Hand on. Tricks of the Trade. Go back down to 20 again. A rainbow one, that's nice. And there we go, we're finished. Need another iron ore. Ugh, my tea was cold. I don't like cold tea. We got a miss. First miss in a while though. You can... Missing is completely... it's RNG, random number generated. It's nothing to do with your skill. You just will sometimes miss, and sometimes miss a lot. There's nothing you can do about it, just move on. You can have like 20 misses in a row. I've never had 20 misses in a row, but at some point it probably is possible. I think that's all we need for an iron plate. Yeah. So as you can see, this is going to be very easy because we're on 40% now. As you can see, I just completely ignored the red because I know that I'm going to clear it. But you should be able to see how this is working now. Oh, we missed there, so I'll grab this Tricks of the Trade. Go through. And we'll use this last one on a standard touch. That should do 100. There we go. And the final one. So you can see, this is the same for any craft. And as you saw, I was doing it on level 15. I was using nothing special. I just had HQ gear and cross-class abilities. Very easy. You just need to know what orders to use them in, basically. That fail noise will make you feel sick eventually, though, especially if you get like 3 in a row. It's so annoying. I'm going to hit a standard touch on this one. There we go. Okay, so now I can show you... Which one was it? It was the Iron Kite Shields, yeah. So, like I said, you want to be making yourself HQ materials because it makes your later HQs really easy. Now I'm level 30, so I'm at 31, so I'm 4 levels above this one, but it's the easiest one I could actually get the materials for myself while down here. So as you can see, this one is 70 durability. So what you want to do with these ones, you can see the progress step is actually a lot higher. So you want to put these to the final step. So there you go, 56. So the next one will clear it. So we can move on to just like normal now. So steady hand up. Do your control steps. Press every time you get a red, you want to tricks of the trade. Unless, as you can see now, your CP is full. So the next red that comes up won't need to. The same goes as usual. When you get to 20, if you've got steady hand, you still want to be hitting your manipulation. You can take it to 10 if you use an amend. So there we go. Stick that back up and then keep going. And there we go, and then we'll just finish it off. You're on the last step. Oh, and I got a challenge log as well. So there you go. There's your 2 different crafts. It's very easy once you get used to it. HQing at higher levels does get a bit harder. I should have materials to show you. Probably on Goldsmith, but I will have to go somewhere retainer. I'm sorry, this is in one cut, so because I can't edit it. I should have picked up the materials to begin with, I guess. And when you're doing a lot of crafting like I have, you're going to end up with 1 retainer for all your crafting stuff and 1 retainer for everything else. So as you'll see with this one, apart from my gold-filled page, because I'm trying to fill a whole page with these things, I've collected these since I started the game. As you can see, the rest of it is either materia or crafting items. So, gold ore, yep, that'll do. Retrieve that. And I think that's right. I think I've got the other material you need. I have, yeah. So, this is a 1 star. You have 1 stars, 2 stars, and 3 stars. Now, I've been gone for 5 months, so I've not got up to 3-star level yet. They're on master, I believe. I've been on 1 star and 2 star. I can HQ both, but I don't have anything to. I don't have any 2 stars to show you at the moment. But they do get considerably harder, as you would imagine. So, but I'll show you a 1 star, and hopefully I won't mess it up for you. But it's pretty much like this. It's pretty much the same as the other ones. I can't remember what my progress step is, so I might have to push a progress. So I'll make sure I've got 20 left, because obviously I don't want to hit a progress now and clear it and waste my materials. So I'm going to go ahead with my control sets first. There's a red. Now, as you can see on here as well, now I've got all my cross classes in and all my level 50 skills. Over here I've got innovation. That increases control by 50% for the next 3 steps. I've also got Bygot's Blessing. I will be using these 2 later. Now, I've not crafted for 5 months at this level, so I forgot at what point you use these. But basically, if we go into character here, into attributes, every time you get a control step, where is it now? Control 456. So if I do control now and hit it right, there you go, it jumps up to 521. So when you use Bygot's Blessing, it's 100%, so it would be plus 100%, I think. Oh no, efficiency, so it'll be control 521 plus an extra 20% for each step inner quiet you've got. So at the moment, I've got nearly 200% I will get from this. if that makes sense. This gives an extra plus 50%, so this will jump up by 250. So I'll leave that up, but I'll move this across so we can see it popping up. And as you can see, because I was showing you, I forgot that was on a durability, so I'm on durability till 10 here, so I've got manipulation, and luckily for me, I can steady hand here, and we got that as well, so we're back up to 30, and then keep going. So up to 586. Now, this should be the right level to actually hit a Bigot's Blessing, if I remember rightly. Round about 50%. If you're using HQ materials, then it's going to be more because you've not got many steps. But this should be enough now, so I'll show you how this works. So you want to make sure that you've got your steady hand up. You want to use great strides. You also want to use innovation and then hit Bigot's Blessing. And there you go, it should complete it for you. I could have probably done that earlier, but I've not done it for ages, so I wasn't sure. That's left me on 30 durability to clear this. Now, I didn't mention the control as I was doing that. If you just click back on the video, you'll see how the control changes as you press those different buttons. So now we're going to careful synthesis out, and there you go. This is going to take 2 more steps, so that's right. There we go. So that's a 1-star HQ. I don't have any 2-stars to show you. They are considerably harder, and 3 stars obviously a lot harder, and they have requirements as well. So if you look here, that is craftsmanship required 275. You can find that on here. So my craftsmanship is 333. If you go to, if you go to Rose Gold Ingot, it needs craftsmanship of 347. So my craftsmanship is 333. So it's not enough. So what you then want to do is, unless you meld stuff, because I'm not used to this screen being over here. I've got quite a few melded items, melded to the highest possible thing, apart from CP. So it's only my actual main pieces, the ones that don't cross classes, that aren't melded. So if you're not adding to that, you can also use foods. So the best one for craftsmanship is Dagger Soup HQ. Oh no, not Dagger Soup, Roll and Berry Lassie. And Dagger Soup HQ is for control. So that's that for the HQ portion of the video. I hope that helps. If you want to ask any questions, please do. If I missed anything out that you're struggling with, go ahead and ask. HQing before you get your cross-class 15 skills, it's try your best using the techniques I've shown you, but you're not going to have some of the cross-class ones that are quite important for you. So I'd say really you want tricks of the trade is very, very important. So you probably want to do alchemy first. And then let's go back down to Beastmaster, Blacksmith, so I can remember what we need. Character, nope, actions and traits. It's been a while. Yeah, so hasty touch. So you want to get Alchemist to 15 and Culinarian to 15 at least to begin with, and Weaver. So they're to get your careful synthesis, because if you look, it says efficiency 90% but success rate 100%. So you never fail with it. So you don't need steady hand for it. So if you've not got Culinarian 37, you want to get your first 15s. Want to be Alchemist, Culinarian, and Weaver to help yourself out. And then you want to get everything to 15. Once you've done that, you should be able to do what I've just shown you. So how do I level up then? Let's go into my armorer. The way I do it, the way I've always, for my last few crafting classes, is the way I always do it, is obviously you go to where that class is based. So this is based in Limsa. This would be so much better with cuts. my editing equipment isn't working at the moment. Okay, so you want to go to. Actually, you don't need to do this here. You want to go to where they do the leaves. There's a lot of people here today. I've gone the wrong way. I always get lost here. So they're usually in, you pick up your leaves, or your levies, however you want to call it, where the Adventurers Guild is. So for Limsa, it's up here. And you need to be in the area that you're, where the class is from. So Armourer is from Limsa. Otherwise you won't be able to get anything off them. So here we go, trade class leaves. Okay, so before some changes were made, the best way to level up through leaves, levies, whatever you want to call them, was to get the triple handing, which is usually the ones that have 0-3. So if you see there, that's pairs of steel-plated jack boots, 0-3. That used to be the best way to do it, but they've changed how the experience works. I think you used to get plus 300% or plus 200% to make 300% on experience for handing these in. So it was basically free experience. You know, you get 3 leaves out of 1 allowance. But it's not as profitable in experience anymore, and you'll end up most of the things you have to make. It's too high of a cost. So if you've got lots of allowances like I have, I've got 100, then you want to take the ones that tell you to go to an area. So if you look here, we just open all these up. Probably not on the lower level ones. You probably want to get to 15 without doing these. Just make your own materials until you get to 15, and then start at 15. So we'll close these down. But each one of them will have somewhere where you have to deliver it. So there's a delivery one. You'll see the picture change basically, and you get more. You get more experience for that. So if you look, we've got 12,000, 8,000, and 13,000. So you can look at this one, I guess. You got 12,000 and 13,000. If an iron cuirass is easier for you to make than an initiate skillet, then go ahead and do that one. But usually you do the delivery ones. There's a delivery one there, and on this one it is that one. It's a decorated buckler, which I can't make at the moment. But as you can see, 47,000, 17,000, 30,000, so it gets a lot bigger as you level up. And there'll always be a delivery one as well, so I advise that. That's how I level up. What I tend to do is look what I need to make. So I need to make the decorated bronze buckler. I'll then make 10 HQ decorated bucklers, and then go and hand them all in, like one at a time, traveling between. So making the 10 will probably gain you half a level, and then handing them in 10. It's between 8 and 10 will get you up to your next 5. So you go 30, do all your items, hand them in, you'll be on level 35. Do all your items, hand them in, you'll be on level 40. So then you only need gear at your every 5 levels. So you want to be keeping HQ items, but you only need to get them every 5 levels, if that makes sense. Now, another thing that people have said, but I've only just started doing it. Let's go to North Shroud. Apparently this is the way to level up now. This is the one way that everyone levels up. And it is the FFXIV Beast Quest. Beastman Quest. Beastman Dailies. You need to unlock these at... there's a quest just outside the Serpent's Nest, I think it's called, in Gridania. They'll send you out on a quest. It's a level 1 quest, something about Exiles, and that'll open this quest line. You can do this from level 1. It says it gives you a recommended level for doing this. The reason why people like this is because you don't have to use your own materials, so there's no cost apart from shards. Which is why if you watched my earlier video, episode 1 in this, I advised to do gathering classes first, because then you can gather all your materials and gather all your shards and stuff. So this is where people recommend to level up. Now the reason why that is, and I can't show you right now because I've still got some active, is this guy here. He gives you delivery quests, and then you take them to this guy, and it'll give you a menu asking you for the items he wants. And if you give him HQ items of what he wants, and you have to give him 3 a day, then it'll give you double the experience for it. But then you've got all these guys as well, and like all these dailies. So if we go into my journal, and is it this one? Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to get 22,000 experience for each of these, 24, 24, 24. And you get that for making items that you didn't pay any material costs for. Now, I'm only on rank 2, so I'm assuming by the time you get to rank 6, that's going to be quite high experience for not much material value. So that's probably why people think this is the way to level up. But at the moment, this seems very slow to me. But like I said, I've only got to rank 2 at the moment, so I can't really advise against it or for it because I don't know. But that's just another avenue for you to explore. So anyway, that is everything for this video. I hope it helped. If it did, please leave me a like. I would appreciate that. And pass it on to your friends, maybe. Any questions you have, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'm sorry if it's been a long-winded one, but like I said, my editing equipment isn't working at the moment, so I had to do it in one take. So I hope I didn't babble on too much as well. But good luck in your crafting journey, and I'll see you in the next episode I make. Goodbye.